Hello and welcome to this video, and to one I have teased an awful lot, but finally our dining room has pretty much been complete, not quite. So I've been filming on and off as we've been sorting it out, so I will put that in now and then you can come back to me and I will show you the finished product. Right, so to try and get an idea, we're going to mark out, we only have sellotape, masking tape would have been better. Do we have any in the toolbox? On the floor. How big the table's going to be, where the chairs would be, and whether it actually works in this room. Hello Jeffy. It's taken so long to try and find a table that will actually fit in this room, because it's weirdly a slightly awkward shape as a dining room. We feel we may have found a square table that might work. There's a piece now there. Taping up the ground so we can figure this out a bit more. Hi Jeff. Awkward, isn't it? Nothing's easy in this house. Everything's a slightly awkward shape. What size?
About 148, roughly, by 148, okay, that's about right.
We gave up with the square. We're trying something else.
Right, so this is roughly, call this round, not
Oval.
oval. Smaller bit is not extended, larger bit is extended. So, on a day-to-day basis, this person has to watch, the person who sits here has to watch out. But on a day-to-day basis, that's fine because it's just going to be smaller. But if we want to have more than 4 people,
6 at a push.
6 at a push,
It's like 2 kids, you can squish them together.
maybe 5 people in a smaller one, you could technically have 8 at a push with a bigger one, I think.
Yeah. Just awkward. Awkward room. Why is everything awkward?
Yeah. Well, that's on Etsy, that one. Look into it more.
I can't look at tables any longer, so I'm going to use Pete's Dulux app. Try and work out what colour we can put on the walls. I'm thinking sort of a bluey, tealy, maybe that kind of colour. So let's see. Which one do you think? Shall we try that one? I'm not sure that, I think that's a bit much. Maybe. Try it a bit. Oh, we've gone onto the ceiling as well. Anyway, I'm going to play around with this now, work it out. So, next day we've headed to B&Q to find some selection of paint.
They had neither of the ones we wanted, did they?
No, they had, but that was one of the ones we wanted.
Yeah, we did want that one, yeah.
Cornflower white or timeless is going to be like most of the walls, possibly. And then for that one, we are considering Proud Peacock, because I mean, obviously, the stone-washed blue. It does say kitchen, but they said it'd be the same thing. Or the Teal Voyage. Jeff has selected Teal Voyage and Timeless, so we'll see if he's correct. Squidge them on the wall, Pete.
Teal Voyage. We've put quite a lot on here, so like a proper...
I don't know how much there is in these things.
Just did like this whole section, I guess.
Guess so. Doesn't come out.
Oh, I broke it.
They're not like a... Do you not have to take that bit off so that the paint comes out?
That would be the thing. So just slowly start with it. There we go. Ooh. Alright, that's a good size. Could do more than that, I don't know.
That's alright, right. I'll come back to you. So there we go, that's our choices. I think, to me the blue in the middle, that's out. I think I might be a proud peacock, a cornflower white. Which one do you think you prefer at the moment, Pete?
I don't think I like cornflower white.
Oh, see, that's the one I probably would have gone with.
I'm not sure. It's hard to tell with like a whole room. It's a little light as well. Probably teal voyage.
Yeah, so we're both different then. So
you proud peacock.
You go with Jeff's choice, and I've gone rogue.
What are you liking? I like them all to be fair. The top ones I like them all to be fair.
I don't think the blue is what we want.
You can proud peacock.
Because I don't think the blue and the sign go very well.
Yeah, I was really looking at the sign, but...
Because that's the wall that's going to be painted in, so...
Yeah, proud peacock would work. I guess with proud peacock it might work better with cornflower white than timeless. So I think they're too different. Whereas with something like blue, I'd go with that.
Yeah.
That one could be either maybe. Yeah.
Or we find a different white one. Pete's got paint on the floor. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to let it dry and we'll review anon. Right. We made a decision. As you can see, we've painted over the other colours. We've gone for the Teal Voyage. So we've gone to B&Q and to Screwfix today to get the paint and some of the other bits and bobs like a roller and things like that. That's the Eurovision blog. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here where I mentioned that we were doing that. And yeah, we're gonna paint that wall teal. We haven't made our minds up about the colour for the other ones because we didn't feel those two quite worked. So we've also got some more of these little tester things that we'll also try out. So I've got myself changed into some painting gear, and these jogging bottoms here already have paint on them. They've got pink paint from my bedroom when I was a teenager and white paint from, I think, when we did the ceilings in our London flat. So I thought, well, I'll put those on. Forgetting that I've had these since I was about 14 and I've got a bit bigger since then. So I have just had to chop off the tags so that I can actually pull the trousers up. So apologies for any unsightly things you may see. But yeah, so we're gonna make a start and see if we can get a wall painted today. First coat's in.
Lots of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean it's on other walls, but we don't mention that. But yeah, that's that one. That's going to dry. We've got testers that we can put sort of next to it as well, and then we can have a look at that tomorrow. And we can clean some brushes.
That's testers.
What have we gone for this time?
Goose Down, which is the one that they recommend. White Mist and Polished Pebble.
So maybe worth doing it close to the green, so that we can, or the teal, sorry, teal, so that we can see. And maybe not quite so big patches, because they are showing up underneath the wall.
Yeah.
Which one's this one? Goose Down. That looks too grey to me. You're not going to listen to me about the big patches.
That's a much smaller patch than last time. White mist. Polished pebble.
They have some really weird names, don't they?
Yeah.
I wonder who comes up with them.
Small bastard's job, do you think, to pick it up?
To me, that looks like a polished pebble.
Oops. These are my painting socks.
Socks of socks, I think so.
Right.
Don't know.
Then drive it.
So we have done the other walls now.
First coat.
Yeah.
First coat.
Yeah. Just done the first coat. I'm covered in paint. So is Pete. But it's coming together, so we'll do another coat tomorrow. Hopefully it only needs 2. And then we can start thinking about getting rid of the tape and actually replacing it with a table. We've got a blind so you can get in the box and reduce the surf as long as it doesn't damage the blind.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate the help. Appreciate that.
So we decided that a blind would probably look better in here than curtains, just to try and keep the room open and airy. So that's going up today. But yes, we are nearly there. The table's due on Thursday, so that's in about 5 days' time. And then we might have a full dining room that we can finally show you. So the table has arrived, finally. It's taken a long time. And I wouldn't say the customer service of this company was that great. But hey ho, we now have bits of a table, which is more than we had before. So Pete's got a job to put that together. And hopefully in the next clip, it might be us building chairs. But maybe the clip after that, we will have a pretty much finished dining room that I can show you and finally finish this video. Because I feel like we've been sorting this dining room out for about 3 years. But hey, table. Right, so you've seen our sort of progress. So you can now come in and I will turn you around. It's a little echo in here, I'm not quite sure why. But we'll start. So obviously there's the door and our till wall. That sign that says the Thompsons, we have that at our wedding. The intention was always to put it up in a room and then we'll put some photos around it of us and family and things like that. But we haven't quite got all the photos yet, so that's one of the jobs that still needs doing. Then we move on to sort of grey walls, and then we still have our hatch. Again, the globe was something that we had at our wedding, and then the gong was in Pete's granny's house. That's one of the things that we inherited. The blind, Pete had a bit of a problem with this. Ooh. But as you can see, it's a sort of cream colour and then matches that wall in the pattern. We didn't really see the point in getting anything black out in here because obviously it's a dining room, we want it to be light. But this is tricky to do one-handed. And then the thing we waited ages for was our table. So this came from a company called The Grain Company. So they made it. As you see, this is not the biggest of rooms, so it was quite difficult to find a table that actually fit in here. So we went for an oval. The middle bit does come out, so we can have a smaller table, but I don't think we will. I think we'll stick with the 6 chairs. And these are the ones that we got from IKEA. They're the Inglot, I think. So I figured the black would go with the legs, and then the table and the sign being sort of wood, and then our frames are all going to be black as well. So yeah, this is the first room we've ever painted. We do have some paint on the floor, but we won't mention that. And yeah, should be good. The other thing that we want to do eventually is either get some corner shelving here, or maybe like a little unit, because it's near the plug, so that we can put on like Pete's iPad or something, so that we can have some music while we're in here. Because I don't really like listening to people eat, so I like to have some sort of noise while I'm having my dinner. It would be better off in this corner because there's more space, but we're not near a plug socket there, so that's why it's going to have to go over there. But maybe some corner shelves, I don't know. That's something for us to figure out. And then the other thing we need is like a tablecloth or something. I think we might get, my parents have a heat mat thing on their table, so I think we might get one of those for this one. Which seems weird to buy a whole wooden table and then cover it, but hey ho, keep it safe. It's got to last us a long time. So yeah, happy with how it's turned out. I think you're supposed to keep similar colours throughout the house. We won't be. It's going to be very much a hodgepodge, pretty much like me. But yeah, I like it. I like the colour of this wall a lot. I think it's certainly brightened this room up a bit, having it the way it is. So good. So there you go. That's the thing we've been working on for what feels like 3 years, but it's probably only about 3 months. So if you have enjoyed our dining room makeover, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.